Yo, welcome everyone. The entire crypto market is crashing and unfortunately it looks really bad. Volume levels have been lost and millions have been liquidated in the past couple of days. But to be honest, I did enter a lot of brand new long or buy positions on literally the entire crypto market. Let me explain, because only a couple of days ago, we have been paying attention to the most important volume level at approximately 81,000 US dollars. Remember, we were looking at a very important symmetrical triangle that, yes, did have a higher probability of breaking towards downside. And we really said, if there is a push down right here, some kind of a reaction below our recent lows, approximately at our weekly high from time frame level, we can be looking for another long or a buying position. But it really does look like support levels have been lost, no reaction towards the upside, bearish Bitcoin indication, and we definitely looked for lower targets. And you're right now going to see where is Bitcoin bouncing almost perfectly after we took the liquidity at approximately 76,500 US dollars. And remember, usually we really like to buy the fear. And yes, if you have been following me on Twitter, let's just say for the past couple of days, you know exactly I have been buying for the past couple of days. On 7th of April, Bitcoin was trading at approximately 79,000 US dollars. We just formed a brand new lower low, and I actually said right here, bullish divergence on the monthly, bullish divergence on the weekly, bullish divergence on the daily. The signs are there. Now it's just a question of who has the guts to click the button. And yes, to be honest, I have been right now buying for the past couple of days, entering some very nice long or buying positions on Bitcoin from approximately 76,600 US dollars. But to be honest, as of right now, looking for a long where Bitcoin is trading as of right now, it is still a slightly more of a risky play. Why? Because overall speaking, we are still moving in a significant downtrend, and also the next very important volume area of resistance as of right now still has not been reclaimed. However, we can right now say if Bitcoin is able to see another push towards the upside in the next couple of days, in the next couple of hours, significant bullish Bitcoin indication is going to be formed, and we can be looking for much higher. What am I talking about? Of course, I am talking about a double bottom pattern forming right now on the 1 hour time frame. So what we can right now do, applying our volume levels once again on our chart, you can clearly notice 81,000 US dollar area is landing exactly at the top of this specific double bottom pattern. So what we can right now say, if Bitcoin is able to break this specific area of resistance, not only we are going to see acceptance above the volume level, which of course by itself is already a bullish indication, but also we are going to confirm this very nice double bottom pattern. And what is the exact price target of the pattern? We need to go from the low right here back towards the high, putting the trend line on the potential breakout, and in that case we could maybe even be looking towards 87,000 US dollar area. But remember, this specific double bottom pattern is going to be confirmed only after the value area low right here is going to be reclaimed, once the top of the double bottom pattern is going to be broken. Now, additionally, this is also not going to be the only bullish indication. Not only the double bottom pattern is going to be confirmed, not only Bitcoin is going to see acceptance above the value area low if we do start pushing towards the upside, but also we are finally going to change market structure. Because if you right now pay attention to the market structure on the 2 hour time frame, clearly we can see low right here, lower high, lower low, lower high. As of right now, it can be potentially a higher low, and if we do see push up above this specific high, higher high is going to be confirmed, bullish indication, and we can simply be expecting higher targets to be reached on the Bitcoin price itself literally in the next couple of days. That is why, as of right now, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because definitely 1,000 likes are possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel, because right now I also do want to share with you what has been happening with the stock market for the past couple of days right here. And also we need to talk about what if the double bottom pattern is not going to be confirmed and Bitcoin is simply going to continue its way massively towards downside. Now, first a good thing I want to share with you, and this is going to be once you pay attention to the volume on the daily time frame. On the daily, usually, once the bottom or the top is in, you want to see some kind of a volume spike. Now, looking on the Bybit chart, it does look like we haven't really seen any major volume spikes as of right now. However, if we go, for example, with the Coinbase chart, right here, you can clearly see we have gotten a bigger volume spike, and additionally, going right now with the Binance chart, it also does look like quite a significant volume spike was formed only a couple of days ago, exactly at this specific low. So I would say in terms of the volume, it does look like the bottom for Bitcoin could actually be in. However, if the stock market is going to continue dumping in the next couple of days, of course, potentially also Bitcoin could see slightly lower targets and only then do see a major reversal toward the upside. Now, of course, I do not know if the bottom is right now in. I do not know if I am going to get stopped out of my long positions right here. However, I do know exactly that at this specific area, we are not looking for any short. We are not looking for any sell positions. We are not selling our cryptocurrencies. We are only buying. Why we are only buying? Because most probably the bottom is right now in or very, very close. And also something I posted about on Twitter only a couple of days ago right here, I actually said, everyone is scared. Perfect. Let them panic. We are getting close. So you can right now see that in terms of the crypto fear and greed index, everyone is right now being fearful and also paying attention right now today to this specific indicator. We are now trading at 18 level, which means extreme fear is right now being in the market. People are expecting much lower price targets. Of course, I'm not saying we cannot drop lower because we are trading still in a significant downtrend. However, what if we right now, before we talk about lower targets, talk about the stock market? Because most probably you know, Bitcoin is right now dropping, most probably because the stock market is also seeing quite a significant push towards downside. And here I just want to share with you usually how far S&P 500 does see a correction towards downside before it actually reverses. If we right now measure from the all-time high back towards the low right here, you can right now see that we have gotten literally a crash of approximately 21%. Now, if you also look at the previous crashes, you're going to see from the all-time high back towards the low, we have gotten approximately 27% of a push towards downside, which right now means the bottom on the S&P 500 is most probably right now already in, or simply it is very, very close, because usually after such a big correction towards downside, another significant reversal is going to happen. So that is why I am telling to you, at the levels we are trading as of right now, sure, we can still drop slightly lower towards downside. However, I am not really expecting any major dumps right here, simply because the stock market potentially could already bottom at this specific area. And of course, if Bitcoin is following the stock market, potentially we can be talking about the bottom already being in on the Bitcoin chart itself. However, let me right now do share with you the exact price targets you should be aware in a case we do drop lower, and of course, where once again we are looking for another long or a buying position. So again, our plan is right now being very simple. I am not guessing if Bitcoin goes up. I am not guessing if Bitcoin goes down. All I know is that at this specific area, I'm only looking for a new long position. And also I know if we are potentially going to see acceptance above the volume level, above the area of, let's just say, 81,000 US dollars, above this specific value area low, we are going to flip extremely bullish, expecting literally another push toward the upside, maybe even towards 89,000 US dollars area. So that is why at those specific areas, we are looking for brand new long or buy positions, very clear invalidation level below the recent lows. In a case, we are right now going to drop lower towards the lower target. And before we do talk about lower targets, of course, if you want to trade with us, take advantage of a free 1,000 US dollar trade with the first link down below. Click the link right here. After you're going to register and after initial deposit, you're going to get a 1,000 US dollar free position airdrop. And by the way, yes, this specific position is also available to people that are already at the moment registered under me. Now, additionally, you can also go right here in the rewards hub and claim even more bonuses. Only after you create an account, you get 20 USDT, deposit $100 to get another 10 USDT, and also then literally open a 10 US dollar trade to get another 20 USDT. So literally, free bonuses are available only after you register with the first link down below, then deposit and secure yourself a 1,000 US dollar free position airdrop. Now, let's talk about also what are going to be lower targets targets if Bitcoin is going to continue even lower towards upside. Now, of course, what we need to do, we are going to go with our high-term time frame areas of support, and you can write a notice. Our first major high-term time frame area of support on Bitcoin is going to be the monthly high-term time frame level at 71,400 US dollars. And yes, this level right here is really not a random level. It is aligning very nicely with the golden Fibonacci ratio. We are going to go from our recent low back towards the high without the logarithmic chart, and you can clearly see golden Fibonacci ratio aligning perfectly with the monthly high-term time frame area of support. That is why even if we are right now going to go even lower towards downside on the Bitcoin chart itself, we have a major support area. And please do not forget all of the important indicators. For example, if we go right now, first of all, with the RSI, are at the moment still forming significant bullish divergences. Lower lows are being formed right here, higher lows are being formed on the RSI indicator. Major support areas are going to potentially be reached in the next couple of days, in the next couple of hours. And also, as we said before, the stock market, most probably, it is going to bottom out at this specific area, or maybe slightly lower, maybe even at the weekly high-term time frame level at 4,735 US dollars. So yes, it really does look like we are at the moment going to be buying literally the fear that people are as of right now being in, because you can right now clearly see we are trading on the 18 level on the fear and greed index. Everyone is scared, everyone is panicking, everyone thinks we are going to be entering some kind of a bear market, but we know usually once we are being so low right now, once everyone is being scared, we really want to be buying the fear and definitely not to be selling at those specific areas. Now, yes, this specific level right here is going to be the first major area of support. However, I also want to point out, usually the first important level you should pay attention to is the liquidity level. And yes, what is right here going to be a liquidity level? Exactly below our recent low right here, we do have a liquidity level simply because it was our recent low right here. And also with the push towards the downside right here, we still haven't taken out our recent low right here, which right now means if we do see another push down without hitting this major support area and then immediate reaction toward the upside, it is simply going to be a swing failure pattern, a successful liquidity grab. We know we are buying fear, stop below the low, expecting of course Bitcoin to see another significant push toward the upside. So as of right now, clearly our brand new positions are favoring more long positions, despite us knowing we are still trading in a significant downtrend. But of course, as we said before, reversal signs are as of right now already being present on the Bitcoin chart itself. Not only with the RSI indicator, not only with the volume, not only looking at the stock market, but also pay attention right now to the liquidations. On the 3-day time frame, you can right now see where Bitcoin does have most liquidations. They are not going to be towards downside, but actually we have them towards the upside at approximately 81,000 US dollar area. So once again, as I said before, even if we do see another push down, we grab some liquidity below our recent lows. Heck, maybe even we tap our monthly and the golden Fibonacci ratio right here, but then of course we really want to see continuation towards the upside. This right here right now at 81,500 US dollars is the first major liquidations cluster. And also, what if we right now zoom out on the weekly time frame? You're maybe even going to be surprised, but it also does look like the liquidation cluster that we should be paying attention to next is once again not going to be lower, but actually higher at approximately 85,000 US dollars. Now let me also show you something even better, because once we are zooming out on the 4-hourly time frame, we can start identifying some kind of a descending channel on the 4-hourly time frame. We are going to be connecting our lower lows that have been forming for the past couple of days, expanding this one towards the upside. And you can right now even see Bitcoin could be trading in some kind of a descending channel. A descending channel does have a higher probability of breaking towards the upside. Now, once again, as I said before, there is still a chance for us to see some kind of a deviation from our channel and then see push toward the upside. Similarly, what happened right here, deviation from the channel, and we definitely got another rotation back towards the bottom. But nevertheless, all I want to say is that at those specific areas, we are definitely not looking for another short. We are only looking for another long or a buy position on Bitcoin. And that is why I am telling to you, it would be very, very good if in the next couple of days, Bitcoin does see a push toward the upside above the volume area of resistance. If that is then going to happen, 89,000 US dollars, in my opinion, it is literally going to be imminent, because I really want to see then Bitcoin changing the market structure also on a higher term time frame. As I said before, taking out this specific high right here is going to mean higher high is going to be formed on lower time frames, but also 89,000 US dollar area is going to be another major level where, of course, we are then going to change market structure on the 4-hour time frame. This is then also going to be another significant bullish indication on the Bitcoin chart itself we really want to see. So the plan on Bitcoin is staying very simple. No sell positions right here, despite people being right now extremely fearful, but this right here, I would definitely say it is going to be a major bullish Bitcoin indication. If we go lower, I am buying even more. I'm going to scale even more in my long positions right here, not only on Bitcoin, also on Ethereum, also on XRP, also on Ondo. And once again, ideally, I really want to see a bigger bounce toward the upside to happen in the next couple of days right here on the Bitcoin chart. And that is why, if you want to trade with us, take advantage of the free 1,000 US dollar trade with the first link down below after you're going to register and after you're going to be depositing. And additionally, you're going to get even more bonuses only after you register and only after you deposit. But also, thank you for smashing up the like button.